What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 34 of the Sneaks and Stats podcast. I believe that is a little guy named Shaq Diesel.
Oh, the little man.
McWeasel.
Yeah.
That's his full name.
That's what everyone calls him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We talk about nicknames a lot. Just a quick aside before we really get into the podcast. Shaq probably the greatest nickname.
Like 75.
He's got 75. Some of them are really good.
He's basically the big and anything
And
you
anything
want to play.
he wants. It's usually him that does it. He's like,
Right.
oh, I'm in Phoenix. I'm the big cactus. I'm not in Phoenix. I'm the big Aristotle.
I'm an announcer now. I'm the big announcer.
I'm the big announcer. Thank you for joining us today on this beautiful Monday. Do not forget to like this video on YouTube if you're watching. Subscribe there as well. If you're listening to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, anywhere we're at, make sure to check us out on social media, Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads. I think that's it. I think we're all good.
Yes.
I am none other than Julian over here, and this to my left, your right, I think.
Yes,
Watcher.
I am EJ, and thank you for watching this episode. We have some good stuff lined up for all of y'all.
I'm energized.
As am I.
I got my lava glows. my
Lava
new
glows,
ones.
okay?
I'm ready.
Uh-huh.
I'm hyped.
I know. Me and Julie came up on some good pairs, I think, over the break.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we had
Slowly busting them out.
we're breaking out all the good stuff. All the goods are about to be broken.
And me and Julie just had a conversation about those. We were saying that the SE lows might be a little more comfortable than the other OG Jordan 1 low.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna put out a little review. It should hopefully be out before this podcast comes out. But I do think in a way it kind of makes sense, because they're not trying to stick to that traditional style. So it's a little thicker here up in the collar. Even the tongue a little stiffer.
A little different material on the tongue.
Yeah. Most of the body's probably pretty similar. But just having the extra cushioning, I think even in the heel and stuff, there's probably a little more. It's nice. I'm not gonna knock the OGs. I love them, and they're always dope when they come out. But these are like
Visually, those are
yeah. These are just like I'm like whoa. When I put these on, I'm like whoa. These are like really comfortable.
And you wouldn't say that they're fully broken in yet, right?
No, not even. No, This is probably right now
So imagine
my third time wearing them. Really only my second. I broke them out one time to go see you, and it was literally like 20 minutes. Yeah. But yeah, no, they're super comfortable. I think probably just it's the nature of these light colors. They're gonna get probably dulled pretty quickly, but super comfy. I'm super happy with them.
I think you'll be fine. I think the color will last for a long time. If anything, you're gonna see some creasing, but where do you not? Right?
I know, yeah, and I guess that's kind of the beauty of having, even though they're SEs, but having not an OG pair is like, I don't want to crease them, but I'm not gonna be like super. I can't crease them.
Yeah, don't be one of those dudes.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear them a little more than I might do like a bread or
Oh no, for sure.
or Chicago or something.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
We got some new shoes on this shoe podcast.
Really?
Yeah, and we have some new stats too.
Oh.
Stat number 1. I
am
awesome.
First stat. This is our 34th episode.
First stat, 34th episode. Second stat, it's 9:59. How about that?
We should see how many times you did the intro and how many times I did the intro.
I think you.
What the average time of our intro?
I think. Oh, that's average duration of intro before we actually start talking about shoes is probably good.
Yeah.
Pop on screen. In today's episode, Julian was wearing blue underwear.
How many bad jokes will they say today?
Over
under 4.5.
They average 102 per episode. They're all bad. The whole episode.
Over.
Bad.
The over.
Definitely hit that over.
Come on, Vegas.
But we do have some new shoes.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
You sent me this first pair, which is, 2024 is only about 2 weeks in, but prettiest pair of 2024, easy.
Yes.
And no one's ever going to get these except for, probably PJ Tucker.
I was just going to say, there's one guy.
There's one guy
that will get it.
The Jordan 4 First Class.
Not to be mixed up with X-Men, the movie. First Class. No. Not at all.
These are not X-Men. In fact, they're ex-women.
Yes.
Shoes.
These were, I don't want to get her name wrong, so I am going to look at my notes here. These were designed by a wonderful designer for Jordan and Nike. Her name is Kelsey Amy.
Yes.
She did a wonderful job on this design. I think the tiny details and the materials are what make up this shoe, but also it's my favorite shoe, so I love it regardless. Julian did say that she has a picture with a different color lace on there, which is like a darker green, like a forest green.
Like forest green.
I could see that, not too bad, but I am more fond of that.
This lighter green, maybe a Kelly green, I think it might be.
Yes.
Fire.
Crazy.
The materials look like butter, dude. They look so smooth.
You can tell if you touch that suede, it would change colors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Comes with this tag, which is kind of representing like a luggage tag for the Portland International Airport.
Yeah. And if you look, the flight number is, there's one character in front. I can't really tell what it is. I think it was another M, but it's 236 MJ.
What does that have to do with it?
I think, have you ever heard of Scotty Michael? Or Michael Scotty?
Oh, your favorite player.
Scott, yeah.
That's right.
Jordan Pippen.
He played with Jordan Pippen. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it resembles those guys.
His number was 236.
236. He played AAU.
He played in the ABDC camp.
Yeah, Jumpman team. And there are 4 different shades of green on this. She used a textured leather on some of the materials here, and this is probably my favorite one.
Yes, that one on the midsole looks so cool.
Right?
You'll notice too, of course, there's a lot of gold accents, which I think...
The tips on the laces.
Oh, fire. These work super well. And then it's not as noticeable here, but in the ball of the Jumpman is a diamond.
An actual diamond.
Yes. Not a faux diamond, not a little jewelry set for little kids. It's a diamond.
This is a diamond, and there's also one on the Jordan logo on the back. So each pair has 4, I'm guessing. Yeah, so this is 4. Just a beautifully executed, perfectly executed shoe. Shout out to Kimberly for this pair.
Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey. Is it Kelsey?
Yeah, Kelsey Amy.
Oh, Kelsey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to her because she did a wonderful job on this, and it was gifted to the WNBA players. I don't believe it's not to all of them.
I think it's just the Jordan brand.
The Jordan brand players. And I did not see. I don't know if there's a picture out there on how they were sent to them. Like if there's a special packaging, which I would imagine there is.
Gotta imagine there's some dope packaging. It's a diamond box. Full
and it's a luggage.
It's a luggage. Yeah. Oh, that's actually
that would actually be cool. Right?
That'd be cool.
But yeah, we wanted to show you guys this, just in case it hasn't reached a lot of people yet, but a beautiful pair.
Fire pair.
Yes.
We just wanted to tease you guys because good luck finding these.
I got them. Just kidding.
Well, I have a surprise.
Surprise Monday. But yeah, like we said, I would not be surprised if PJ Tucker, our boy, ended up with this somehow. You know, I would imagine there's maybe a WNBA player that wouldn't mind giving him up or something, but I don't see why they would.
I would never.
I would not give
in a million years.
I'm gonna be honest too. I'd be a little scared to wear them. You know, it's almost like a collection piece, right?
I would wear it maybe. That would be if I was in the WNBA. It'd be my my tunnel fit. Wear them to walk in and then like lock them.
Like a duck. Like don't bend it.
I would lock them away. And then I would lock that away. That box I locked them in, I would lock that box.
You have a safe in your locker.
Yes.
Yeah, with a key.
And I have a security guard. And
in front of your locker.
Stands like this.
Yeah.
And then the security guard is PJ Tucker in disguise, and he just steals them.
And that's how he gets his
That's how he gets his These are dope. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Next pair we have up here is a rumored pair. No official word yet, but very likely that they will be coming out.
Yep.
Pretty soon, I would imagine. It is the Adidas and Messi collab on the Adidas Samba. This is one iteration that's been going around. Kind of, you can see the little touches. I mean, it's nothing like crazy, but you know, Messi imprinted on the.
I love that.
On the shoe.
That's probably my favorite.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Little gold on the back. And then pretty much blue everywhere else.
It's a very simple colorway, I think. with the hints of like the foil material there.
Yeah, I like that.
I am also surprised that they used a different shade of blue here.
Yeah, I mean this is a leak, so
Yeah.
it could be very early prototype. Who knows? There was also another one another leak saying that it was the messy Adidas shoe it was just kind of the toe and this kind of suede material there was purple.
Yeah.
And that's all they really showed. So who knows what that actually will look like when they do come out? But I would imagine this is since it says messy on there, unless someone took a lot of time to make a really detailed fake.
If this is just like the first renderings from Adidas, then it'll probably not look too much different.
Yeah,
they usually don't stray away from the main
idea.
colors. You know what I mean?
I mean, plus it's like at the end of the day, the Samba is the Samba, so he's probably just picking colors. Maybe if they do, I mean, the messy imprint is cool. They could do maybe more stuff like that. But I like that the Samba can be more simple. I wouldn't want to make it too crazy or anything.
It's one of those shoes or those silhouettes that I've said this before is where you can. It's so pretty and basic that you can put any color on it. It looks good, right?
Yeah.
They also have the Samba that they made for his soccer team that he plays for right now. Is it Miami?
It's Inter Miami.
Inter Miami, right? And so I would say this would be a good shoe to add to that collection and have.
Yeah, if you have them, yeah. The Inter Miami pair was super cool.
I love that pair. The pink
highlights, yeah.
How do you feel about that gold foil in the back? A little weird.
I'm okay with it.
Okay with it?
I like it.
It gives it contrast.
It kind of reminds me of like a soccer kit. So.
I did not think of that.
I feel like sometimes they kind of have that look, So I'm cool with it.
You cool with it?
I would be happy if it came out.
Would
that
you
way.
also own a pair of Sambas?
I would probably own a pair of Sambas. I have bigger feet, so sometimes I feel like even in my Chucks, in shoes that are smaller profile and a little thinner, I feel like I kind of look like I have clown feet. But I might just have clown feet. So
nah.
What are you gonna do?
You just have long, skinny feet like Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I'd have to find a pair I really like, but I would own them. I have a pair of Adidas like Super Beaters right now.
Yeah, they're nice. They're a nice everyday pair. They also obviously have super nice pairs.
Yeah,
like the one that we featured on our Instagram by Sean Waterspoon, the green ones.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, just a classic that's come back and made a resurgence the last couple years or so.
Yeah, for real.
And again, like Adidas is just killing it. And Messi, the GOAT.
Yeah.
Got to give him a pair.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give him a pair. I think too, I don't know if they'll do it, but if you added a little bit of red, it could kind of be a nod to when he played on
Barcelona.
Yes, on Barca.
Which reminds me, that's kind of like almost like a Argentina colorway.
It's close,
a little bit.
They have that lighter blue.
Bit.
They usually are like lighter blue and black, but you could see it. The goal could be for the World Cup because Messi got that.
He has plenty of those. Oh, but World Cup, no, he has one, but then he has plenty of other awards.
He's got too many awards. But yeah, keep your eyes out for these guys. Let us know what you think if you're going to try and get these when they do come out. I would imagine this would be through Adidas's
the app.
I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah, because I don't use it.
Yeah.
But I think this pair will definitely go up in price just because of how it says Messi on there and it's for him.
Yeah.
So this might be a pair to try to get early or on the day of. You have a price on these?
No price yet.
Oh, it's not. There's nothing out yet.
Yeah, again, this is just like the super Adidas confirmed, by the way.
Confirmed app. There you go.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Super early, so no prices or anything.
Okay.
I feel like I saw a rumor that they were going to be $160.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So nothing too
like
too crazy.
A little over the usual retail price, but
yeah,
makes sense.
And most of the information I got was from Hypebeast, so check them out. They'll have kind of follow-ups and once they get more information. Next pair, a pair you can actually buy.
Okay.
So how about that? New release from New Balance in their numeric line, which is their skate line. So this is the Thiago Lemos 1010. Thiago Lemos is a skater, and on their website it said this was his first shoe he endorsed.
Awesome.
As a pro skater. So I think this is one of their first collabs with him. He also has an 808 right now in kind of a yellow and black colorway with them. So pretty cool. I like the look of this shoe though.
Yeah.
You can tell it's more of a skate shoe, especially compared to
yes.
most New Balance stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little
It's very
bit different.
dad, very
Dad skater.
very dad,
Cool
very,
dad.
very 90s style. You
Yes,
know?
yeah.
But this style is actually one of the heavy hitters for New Balance right now, along with the other model that looks like that. And I'm also happy that all these other brands are branching out to the skating scene, right? Like,
Yeah, super smart.
you know, yeah, because that's a whole nother world that you could enter. That's huge, right? A lot of kids and a lot of professional skaters out there in the world, really. So
I think it's smart too because you know you look at like the Dunk. It's stylish, but it's also comfortable. So
Yes.
I think that's really the benefit of making skate shoes is that part of skate culture sometimes is kind of like streetwear and like fashion in a way. So
Oh, yeah.
tying those together, making it comfortable, but making it look a little trendy, a little modern. I think that's smart and
yeah, and if I'm a skater, I think it'd be nice to try out different shoes and see which one feels better, right?
Yeah.
A Nike SB, Adidas skateboarding, this one, or maybe even go back to the skateboarding brands, But I mean,
Vans has some cool skateboarding shoes out right now,
Vans is starting to come
which we've covered before.
alive. Yes.
Yeah.
And with the reputation of New Balance being just cozy and really comfortable, and the technology they have in every shoe is really soft and
Yeah.
and perfect for your foot. Skateboarding, I feel like that goes hand in hand, right? I mean,
Yeah.
how beat up are your shoes after skating all the time? You know?
Oh, yeah.
So
They're definitely going to get beat up. But these look like, to me, they look like they can take a beating. Lots of thick material out there.
who's the skater again?
His name is Thiago Lemos. He's a Brazilian skater.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's he's probably super sick.
Yeah, he's sick. These are out right now for $109.99.
Not bad.
No, not too bad.
That's pretty cheap, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think a good buy right now. This is the only colorway, at least for his collab.
Yeah.
Obviously, the 1010 they'll have other ones out. But like I said, they have an 808 pair that he collabed on that's more yellow and black.
How awesome for him to have two. So
Yeah.
that's,
Pretty sick.
that'd be hype, man.
I would be so excited to have.
I'm not knocking the shoe, okay?
Let's hear it.
But how much?
But I hate it.
But how much does it remind you of a Monarch a little bit?
It's getting there. I'm gonna put that on me though. I mean obviously the shoe looks how the shoe looks.
Yeah.
I don't think I picked the best angle. The straight side profile.
Yeah.
I thought it looked pretty nice.
It looks,
Yeah.
it
But
looks better.
it's got monarchy. It's got stuff going on.
It's got a little bit,
Yeah,
kind of
it's
a
got some
similarity
stuff
to
going
it,
on.
just because of the style of it. I
Yeah.
think.
I
Again,
really like that stitching around the end though. That's a cool
love
touch.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. And you can't go wrong with a black and white pair. Reminds me a little bit also of an airship.
Yeah.
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 Remember that?
This has got. I think it's got a little too much other stuff going on to be
Oh, no,
in
for
it,
sure.
like
For sure.
encompassing it, midsole, outsole, and stuff.
Yeah.
I like this colorway better than the other one he collabed on. The yellow one, I didn't really like it.
Was it like yellow?
Just,
and,
it was yellow and black, and then I think there was just like a little bit of white. It didn't really do it for me.
no, you didn't like it. Okay.
I'll put a picture up and you guys can be the judge. But
Mm-hmm.
I just like this colorway a little bit better. But yeah, the model of the shoe, with the Vans skate shoe we covered a few months ago, I like that. The shape
I like
of
that one too.
a lot better. The Rowan, I think it was Rowan 2. Those were nice. If I had to get a skate shoe, which I don't skate, so I probably wouldn't. But
Leave it up to me.
yeah, pro skater,
Pro skater.
EJ Hawk over here.
That's right.
And then one last pair, taking it back to what we know, professional basketball player over here now. So you got to keep your eyes out for your professionally and amateur basketball player.
What
the
no one
league.
can see is that I am in pain.
You're
right
sitting
now.
here on 22 Advils, feeling good.
I have an IV running on this left side. that
Congrats
no
on
one
the
sees.
dub, though. Do you guys have a team
Thank
name?
you. Yes. So we are not the Memphis Grizzlies, but we are the Memphis Rizzlies.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. That's the episode.
It's been good working with EJ, but I can't work with him any
Anymore.
longer. That's actually kind of funny.
It's hilarious. And we're saying like if you lose to us, people are probably like, damn it, we lost to a team called the Rizzlies. But we do have our colors are baby blue and white. We had our first game last night. We won. Shout out to our boys on the team.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What was your stat line? 100 points,
No.
10 rebounds?
No, I had 8 points, but believe this or not, I think I had around 8 or 9 assists also, and 4 steals.
Dang.
I was active.
I thought Ricky Rubio retired, dude.
Hey, dude, I want to chop off my feet right now. That's how much they hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want these feet
I
anymore.
don't want them anymore.
Get rid of these feet. Well, cool. Congrats on the dub, bro.
Thanks, man. I'm not gonna lie. We're all pretty hyped about it. I've been on some pretty, not to knock anybody who's watching this, I've been on some pretty bad league teams. So to get a good dub feels really good.
The only league team I have been on was really bad.
Really?
I was not good, so that's part of it. But
Really? I
Yeah.
don't believe that. How long ago was this?
this was a while ago. This was like 6-7 years ago.
Oh, really?
So I was like young, and I was bad.
And that was bad.
Anyways, moving on to a new colorway of a shoe we haven't talked about, but not officially. I think we've mentioned it, but it's the Nike LeBron NXXT
T.
Gen, and this is the amped edition.
Yeah.
The full name of the shoe is it's just stupid. I'm
It's a
not gonna lie,
paragraph.
it's stupid.
Yeah.
Nike LeBron next with 2 X's and no E, Gen, amped IPS. Nike LeBron next gen amped IPS.
It's a mouthful.
It's a lot.
Yes.
It is cool though. I was trying to figure out what the IPS meant. This is the I Promise School, colorways.
Yes.
Colorway, I should say. These just came out. This special pair is on sale for $170. So a little bit more than if you got the regular next gen.
Yeah. Cool thing that he's doing it for though. The I Promise School.
And you can see this is different. There's normally no tab right here, and it says I Promise there.
Sick.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty sick. I like the colorway. You know, it's fun like for kids.
Really wacky, kind of almost like a what the.
Almost what the
And he's doing that. He likes to do the double check now and then. It's
Yeah.
almost like a Sakai. I'm realizing that that name, the next gen, is coming from the Zoom generation, which is his first shoe, and a lot of those characteristics are on this right here. So I would imagine that was the influence on this shoe. Was he has his LeBron 21, and then this is like his other basketball shoe that's kind of like an experimental type of situation. Just like how Kobe had the Mamba the Phenomenons.
Yes.
He had the Kobe line, but he also had Phenomenon basketball shoes. A lot of players have that. This is LeBron's.
Dual lines.
Dual lines,
And usually
exactly.
the non-signature line is a little cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Bronze shoes are pretty pricey though. I'm not gonna lie.
Bronze shoes have always been pricey.
Always
They've
expensive.
always been really expensive.
Sorry, bro.
Something cool about every model for the next gen, though, not just this one, is that on the bottom here, this is a map of Akron.
Whoa!
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
If we'll see it actually a little later. We have someone wearing the LeBron 21.
Yeah.
Similar design on that one, where you can kind of see, if we go back here, same thing here on the how the sole kind of comes up to the midsole.
Yeah.
You can see it's got these same kind of lines, like same style, but this one I thought was really cool because it's like a map of Akron. You can kind of see how like it looks like a city.
It looks like those are the streets, obviously, right? In the buildings. That's so cool, man.
So I thought that was sick.
That's one of the most creative things we've seen.
I was like, that's actually super dope. I want people to do that more.
Yeah, and what makes it more impressive is that they not only is it on the sole, it's indented in there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's built in. Yeah, it's not like it's just an art piece. It's like part of the shoe forever.
Right. That's so. I wonder if people are like, how do you get to Joe's Liquor? You're like,
well, so if you go right here,
make a left on Lewis.
We're here at the toe, right? You want to get to the heel.
Do you have a map?
No, but I need like directions. Well, just look at my shoes,
It cuts
dude.
off right here, and then you get to St. Louis. You bring up the left one.
You're gonna make a right there,
and then you make a right here.
But yeah, I thought this was pretty cool.
Shout out to the designer, man. That's such a cool
Yeah,
detail.
isn't that sick? Super cool for the
Something
I
we
Promise
haven't
School
seen yet.
too. I thought these were very cool, very well designed.
Yeah. I wonder too if LeBron gifted this to all the kids there. Probably, right?
I would imagine in some capacity.
He's like no.
No, it's for the school, but it's not for the kids.
But they're not
in the
getting.
school.
They're not getting it.
I gifted the school then.
The school gets one pair that they put in a glass case. That's a.
Do you guys have any trophies or anything? No, but we got these shoes. Are you lost? We're right here.
Oh, cool. Did the kids get them? No.
No?
No.
No. Okay. But like I said, these are out right now for $170.
Okay.
The main, if you don't want the special colorway or the amped edition, it's a little bit cheaper.
I am a little intrigued on how they are performance wise.
Yeah, I would be curious. Well, actually, you know what? No, they're actually some of the models, even in just the standard version, are still 170. Some of them are 160, depending on the colorway. But like the Lakers colorway, I'm looking now, that's 170.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure. I did do some reading, but I'm not really sure about what makes it amped per se.
They make it. There's a little bit of a monster energy in there.
It doesn't mention anything about like different technology or more materials.
They're like just put amped in there.
Amped. It sounds really cool.
It sounds
dude.
crazy.
We're gonna keep using words but not the full word. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's
the LeBron Extreme.
LBJ EXT
Red Bull Extreme.
RTG DDR.
All the letters. Every alphabet.
NBA.
Yeah.
NBA 2.
Also, just a little side note: the actual shoe that I was talking about, the Zoom Generation, his first shoe, with the original colorway, is also out right now on sale.
Yeah.
50% off for $93.
Woo!
Go get them because those are fire.
That's a good deal.
Not bad.
Nike does have some good deals going on right now.
You guys gotta jump on the app.
But that's it. That's it for the new releases.
Cool. Good stuff.
Yeah, this was some fun stuff in here for sure.
You don't miss Statty Daddy. And the next one, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, God. It is that time, though. That special time of week.
Is it America's favorite game?
It's the game that's sweeping the nation.
Cop, or drop. Cop, or drop. Cop, or drop. Hey, see?
That's pretty good. No copyright infringement.
I didn't steal that from anybody.
I made that up right now.
I made that tune.
Sticking with kind of the crazy colorway that we left off with the LeBrons here, the next gens.
Yeah.
I have two. Oh boy, this might be the worst copper drop. You're gonna hate me.
No. I am a shoe lover.
No, I already hate you.
I love all animals. I love all shoes.
Oh wow. Okay, you heard it here first.
See?
Okay. Well, here we go. Oh my God. Here we go. Cop or drop. We have here the Skechers SKX Float, their newest and first entry into the basketball shoe world.
Yes.
Up top here, Julius Randle's signature shoe right now. I guess not signature. He's the athlete
He's the
for
dude.
this shoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have the Puma MB 03.
Ooh.
LaMelo Ball's shoe. Which I'm a little confused. I think this is like the third update to the shoe.
3.0?
It's like 0.03.
Right?
It's MB 0.03.
Okay,
So I don't think this is his third shoe.
Not even
because right, that
1.0.
deal just came out like last year or something, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's just updates to it.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I was trying to read about it. I couldn't find a lot.
Right. I'm also not too sure if he's actually playing yet. Right. I don't think he's playing just yet. Or did he come back?
No, he's still injured
with the ankle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor LaMelo, man.
I know.
I wish he could just get healthy.
He's got the early Curry years.
He's got the bald genes, supposedly.
Yeah.
I mean, just a quick aside before we cop or drop. I do think, we talked about it before where maybe if you play a lot before you get to the NBA, that shortens your NBA career because you were playing 2 games a day every weekend from 12 to 18. AAU. LaMelo is a prime example of that because he left high school to go play professionally in Lithuania.
Yeah.
And then he played a little bit in New Zealand. So he's been playing professionally. I mean, same can be said for like Luka or Ricky Rubio. Like they were playing professionally when they were really young. But look at Ricky now. I mean, he's out of the league and he's only He's like only 36 or something. He's
That's
not
a really
that
good,
old.
That's really a good point that you brought up because especially nowadays, sorry not to go off too far, but a lot of parents are pushing their kids to play so much basketball nowadays because they really want them to make it. So I do think they're playing a little more than they did before.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
that's what I think.
tough on the
but
body,
Who's
you know?
to say, I guess.
I mean, but back
Getting
to
back to copper dropping, just to let you know, 150 for the Skechers.
Whoa.
Yeah. 125 for the Pumas, so.
Which is a great price.
Yeah, decent price.
As I was looking for shoes for this episode, I did see there are a good amount of NBA players wearing that.
The Skechers?
Yeah, and not a lot. There's a couple.
Yeah.
A few on the Knicks, obviously because of Randall. But
Randall and Terrence Mann are the two main guys wearing them. Terrence Mann's shoe, his line is the SKX Reza Grip. So those are the two models they have out right now.
Yeah.
They look pretty similar though.
Right. Shout out our boy Drew Manicad, who's also on a shot clock. He bought the all green pair
Nice.
for our league, and he wore them last night. I got to see them, kind of like study them a little bit.
Yeah.
They're a really sick shoe, bro.
I'll have to ask him how he likes them.
That's true. Yeah, we'll get him on here. But the details on the shoe are just so insane. Like,
the shoes are insane.
They're crazy, and we talked about this many times. How all his colorways are always also insane.
Yeah.
My favorite part would have to be the sole coming up as like a ooze,
Like slime, yeah.
like a slime, and just that right there. I was feeling that in the back. It's so cushiony.
Nice.
Bro. Like,
I'm glad you got a hands-on feel for this.
I did. The materials are wonderful. The shape of the shoe, I think, is one of those that we just said. You can put any colorway on it. And for this guy, I also like it. I think it's a little bit. We are comparing them, they're a little bit too basic for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Not these ones you can tell, like, even though they're crazy, like there was thought put into them.
Yes.
Where these ones,
They've got a little more. They have a lot more of a swag to them.
Yeah.
But not to knock the Skechers line at all. I'm sure their technology for their comfort and their cushion and all that is probably very soft and nice.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to cop the Mellow and drop the Skechers.
Yes. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I would go the same way. I'm not really a fan of the Skechers. I'm sure they do feel good. I did see one review online saying on the Skechers website saying 5 stars, feels really good. So I'm sure like you said.
Yeah, not at all. I'm sure it's a great basketball shoe.
But I just don't really like the look. I think it just looks pretty basic.
Also, Drew mentioned that he did his research on the basketball shoes before he bought it. And he looked up our source that we use as well, Wear Testers, that we always go to. And they gave it, all the reviews in there gave it 5 stars out of 5.
Wow, that's cool.
So not bad. I mean, that was kind of like his deciding factor to get him. So
pretty good endorsement.
So shout out to Puma.
Yeah. And thank you. Shout out to EJ for copying and dropping once again.
You too. You always choose. You don't miss, bro. This was good.
This is cool. These are crazy. This is a crazy one. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw.
The colors are definitely out there. Yeah.
They do have a few other colorways in both the shoes. LaMelos obviously are still bright and out there, but the Skechers you can get like a white and black pair or something. But this is kind of the one that I remember that they were pushing when they first announced that they're doing an NBA shoe, a basketball shoe. So
also, I'm not too sure about this, but I did go to like Shoe Palace and Foot Locker recently, and I don't remember seeing the Skechers basketball shoes there. So I wouldn't be surprised, but if they were, I'm just saying I don't remember seeing them there.
This particular colorway of the Skechers, when I checked yesterday, it's like fully available. There's no sizes that are sold out or anything.
And obviously their website and their stores.
Yeah, so this is from Skechers. I'm sure that Skechers has so many stores of their own that I'm sure they don't need to go to a Foot Locker or anything like that.
Yes.
So who knows? But yeah, very cool.
Good choices, bro.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you, Statty Daddy.
Yes, I do what I can. I'm a man of the
You
people.
do a lot. You do a lot.
But that is it for copying and or dropping.
And the dropping.
It's now time for some heat on those feet. There's heat
That's
all over.
my favorite thing.
There's heat all over the feet, dude.
The flames.
The flames on your
Mains.
main organ. What?
Heat on top of your 2 feet.
There are some heat on top of those feet.
On top
both
of
them.
Top of both feet.
First up, want to talk about a guy who's been playing pretty well.
Do I know this guy?
You do know this guy.
It's just a
It's
random.
you?
It's a random
Some guy
at
from
the
your
park.
league. This is Frank.
This is Frank.
He has been killing it.
In the Glendale League.
I just met him. We played horse. He killed me.
He's a really cool guy.
I
Doesn't
just-
really like ball, but he's a great cook.
He's got heat on his feet. No, this guy. You know him? OG Anunoby.
Oh, welcome to your new home.
Newest
OG.
Knickerbocker. I do think
Yes.
we talk about it a lot. Not that he's like a young guy, and not that he was bad, but like he is balling out, just on the Knicks. Like,
Yes.
perfect fit. And we talked about the trade. We were a little hesitant, but I do think it's ending up looking like it's a win-win for both sides.
I think so.
Yeah, so far.
I will have to confess that I thought RJ Barrett would not do well over there in Toronto. He's actually killing it.
I mean, we did mention it, you know, like if you get traded as a young guy that had expectations coming into the team that drafted you,
Yeah.
you get that chip. I think you know. I think it makes you, and especially going to your home city,
Yes.
like that you better ball out. So he's doing well. Quickly is killing it, and the Raptors are good. All of a
Yes.
sudden, it's
Yeah.
very odd. I guess they just needed a point guard.
And also, me and Julian always talk about like not necessarily the stars that we like, but the kind of like the mid-level players that we really, really like. And OG Anunoby is one of them for me.
Yeah.
I really like that guy's game.
He's
Great defender.
Yeah, and that's what I think has been the biggest thing for the Knicks is not that they were a terrible defensive team, but having a guy like OG who led the league in steals last year. He was on the all defensive team last year. He's coming into his own as one of the best defenders in the league.
Yep.
I don't know if he'll ever be, you know, a superstar, even an all-star. I would be
I don't think so either.
hesitant to say he'll do that, but he's really good. And even though his stats maybe don't show it, it's like I'm going to list off some team stats that just highlight what a big difference he has made for the Knicks. So,
Yeah, he's great. And if you need a bucket from him, he can get you that.
he can get you that corner three. He can, and obviously here, you know, he's making his own shot.
Hopefully Jeremy Grant didn't block that.
I was going to say, I didn't watch that game, so there is a chance.
Yeah. I instantly would look down. I was like, what are they wearing?
So I feel a little bit happy. I think I picked out all the shoes correctly without asking you since you were balling out yesterday. I think I got them all correctly. I'm pretty sure that he's wearing the LeBron Next Gen,
Yes.
actually. I did have to look a little closer.
Yes.
But that's what it looked like to me. So I'm hoping that's correct.
No,
Fact
you're right.
check us,
You're right.
everybody.
Very good.
So I thought that was a cool tie-in. This was obviously against the Trailblazers. This was January 9th. The Knicks just abused the Trailblazers. They won 112-84.
Oh, no.
OG had his best game as a Knick. 23 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, a block, 1 turnover, 3 fouls, and 9 of 12 shooting on 4 threes.
Good job, man.
Great, efficient stat line. I think he's been kind of insanely efficient. I mean, it's only 5 games, but he's shooting his highest percentage from the field and from 3, like by far, like almost a percent or almost like 5% better. He was like in the mid 40s earlier this season, and now his field goal percentage is up at 54. So he's been killing it.
24 points. That's on a team that has a good amount
Some
of mouths
buckets.
to feed.
Yeah.
So like we said, he told you he can get a bucket, man.
Jeremy Grant, 21 points, 2 rebounds. And as we near the trade deadline, I was thinking this is actually probably a good guy to look out for. If I was the Lakers, who are, you know, doing okay, I would try and get this guy. I think I don't know what it would cost, but I think he's on a decent contract, and he's a pretty good player. You know, he's OG light.
Yes, I liked him. I liked him in Detroit. You know what I mean? And what was the team he was in before that?
He bounced around a little bit. He was
did,
on
right?
OKC. He was on
There you go.
Denver for a
Yes.
little bit.
Yes. Because I think he would obviously, if he came on the Lakers, he would replace like Reddish's minutes probably, right?
Maybe even
Vando
potentially.
and just be more productive than those guys.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
a
I
better
mean?
shooter. I mean, he's not like a
Yes.
knockdown shooter, but if there's one thing the Lakers need, it's a 3-and-D wing. And
Yeah, because
They're-
you're not looking for Vando on offense, bro. You know
no,
what I mean?
no. And I think you can at least, if you're the other team, you at least got to respect Jeremy Grant's shot. Where with Vando, you can just kind of leave
Yeah.
him out there on.
Hey, all you ESPN guys out there, that was a great person to put up in the rumors because.
I haven't heard anything. I don't really know.
But that would be no. That I never thought of that. Like.
I just think if I'm a contender and I feel like I need one more piece that's not quite a superstar,
Yeah.
I would try and get Jeremy Grant.
And
If it
the
was me.
Blazers aren't going anywhere, so I wouldn't.
They should be sellers. I don't know.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, like I
They
don't-
should be selling off some people, right? Especially some guy that like this who needs to be on a
little
good team.
older, you know, good enough where you can get a few picks maybe or
Yes.
some clear up some cap space.
And I don't think they will ask for a huge haul for Jeremy Grant.
I don't think you would.
Not at this point.
No, I don't think he would be a huge haul.
Like when the Blazers were coming after him, I think they were.
To go back to OG and the Knicks, though, so since he joined the Knicks, he's averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1.4 steals on 54.9% shooting and 45.5% from 3, which would easily be his career highs in shooting, like I mentioned, if he was to maintain this. So nothing like the shooting is great, but not a crazy amount of points. The steals are nice too.
Yeah.
This is where I was like, whoa, how is this possible? So up until the trade was made, the Knicks were allowing opponents 113 points per game, which is just below league average. It's decent. It's good. It's not quite the lowest, but it was getting down there. It was like 18th overall, or going down, I guess. So it was pretty high. Right now, in the last 5 games that they've played, the opponent's average scoring is only 97.
Wow.
It has gone to the complete opposite direction, which would be if they again, this is probably not going to be maintained. It's a small sample size. It would be 10 points better than Minnesota, who is leading the league right now in opponent points per game.
Yeah.
With 107.
And they're the number one.
They're number one best essentially. So they allow
overall.
They allow the least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And points allowed.
And opponent points, yeah. So they allow 107, which is the least points allowed. So they're, 90, what did I say? 97? That's like some 2000s basketball stuff.
Exactly, because we've talked about this a long time ago. To allow at this point where we are, 2023, to allow just 107 points, I feel like that's actually pretty good too.
It's very good. It's league best.
You're gonna score 100 regardless.
Yeah.
I even think the other night 6 teams scored over 140. So it's like you know what I mean?
Well, actually, the last game before the trade, the Knicks played the Pacers, and they got, I think it was maybe the day of the trade, so they were down a few bodies, but they got killed by the Pacers. The Pacers put up 140 on them.
See?
So to have the defense at this level, especially with a guy like Randall, who is not the world's best effort defender.
Yeah. But he makes up for it on offense. I mean,
yeah, he does.
He's
And Josh Hart's a good defender. DiVincenzo's a good defender.
He was huge for them.
Hartenstein's a good defender. They got some good defenders on there. So
Yeah.
I think they could be a legit defensive team. And having OG could get them in the conversation of second round conference finals maybe. So we'll see.
Okay, my question to you: does this trade for OG help them advance further into the playoffs?
It does, but I would not put them up. I still wouldn't put them up at the Celtics, 76ers, Bucks
level. So they'd be in the mix after all those teams.
I think
I wouldn't be. You can put them as first after all those teams.
Probably. The Heat are obviously still really, really good.
I'd be scared of those guys.
A little bit injured right now, but you saw what they did last year. They coasted until the playoffs, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna beat everyone." So
you said Sixers, right?
Yeah, Sixers are still, I think, top 3. Sixers are really good. But yeah, the Knicks look legit with OG.
Yeah, it's a great trade, man.
Next up, we have a guy that I browsed a little bit to find. Anthony Davis.
Our boy.
Yes, the man himself.
He's only missed 1, I think, or 2 games.
He's playing.
He is killing it.
This is what I want to talk
Knock
about
on
because
wood.
he's like lights out right now. He's playing really well. He is wearing the LeBron 21, and this is the Tahiti colorway.
Real quick, do you like him? That colorway?
No,
No?
not really. Nah, not really.
I think it also looks good with the black uniform.
Yeah, that's true.
But
there's a place
It
for
is.
it.
It is a very black shoe, though.
It's black, and I guess I don't really like the green or dark
like
green, dark blue thing they got going
and
on.
it's translucent too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. The LeBron 21 I think is good, but
Yeah.
yeah. The pair though is, if you guys do like it, it is on sale right now for $150.
$400.
They're
150?
They're normally 200.
Okay.
So they're on sale right now for 150. This particular colorway, actually, you can own this colorway that he's wearing.
Okay.
And then additionally, if you're a Nike member, if you signed up with them, you get another 25% off.
Oh, wow.
So I think it knocks it down to around $100 or so.
Dude.
So pretty good, really good deal right
Yes.
now if you are really into this colorway.
Yeah. Not bad.
This was against the Raptors on January 9th as well. 41 points for AD, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 4 fouls on 13 of 17 from the field, and 13 of 14 from the free throw line, which is a bit of a controversial
And
thing.
yeah, there were 6 of those are very important. They were like these free throws we needed to keep us like up by 3, or you know what I mean.
Because the Lakers, they ended up winning by 132 to 131.
Yeah.
Pretty controversial game, I think.
So I watched, somebody made a thread of every single foul called on the Raptors in the fourth quarter, and maybe 1 or 2 of them were kind of suspect. And the final report from the refs was that the Lakers were actually at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
Not the Raptors.
yeah, I read that.
But
I mean,
I know you'll agree with me this, right? Playing in Staples with LeBron there and all this, we get some
You get the
favorable
calls.
calls.
You get the calls.
We get some calls.
and I think even more so than just getting favorable calls was actually going the other way. Was that the Raptors weren't getting any calls.
Yeah.
I think it was like they had like 2 free throws in the entire fourth quarter or something like that.
23 or something. Right?
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. To put it in perspective of how many calls the Lakers ended up getting, in the first half, the Raptors had 16 fouls total. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. In the second half, they had 20 team fouls. So they tripled their first half total. That includes 13 of those 20 were in the fourth quarter, and 6 of those 13 were in the last 2 minutes. So that's rough. That's a rough way to lose a game by 1 point.
It is.
That's
They were playing a little more of an intense type of basketball in that fourth quarter, just because of how close the game was.
Yeah.
And a couple of boneheaded plays, like RJ Barrett ran into AD a couple times, and then he got mad. But you're the one that ran into him, dude.
I mean, and AD and LeBron in particular, they're savvy. They know how to get the foul
That's
call.
also
They
true.
know how to make it look like a
Yes.
foul. They know what to do, and the Raptors are a young team, so there's definitely were mistakes made. But I think it was more. There was definitely some plays where there was contact made on the Raptors, and fouls weren't really called.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I don't know. Take it for what you will.
LeBron, this is LeBron after shooting.
Yeah.
Right.
This was Anthony Davis's 54th game with at least 14 free throws attempted, and his first since March of last year in a win in Chicago. Fun fact. Fun stat. Last up for the Heat, all over those feet, is the chef. Not the chef, a chef.
A chef.
Yeah.
He's the sous chef.
He's the sous chef.
To the
yeah.
main chef.
James Harden, the beard, with his Adidas Harden Volume 8, which are soon to be released. What do you think of these shoes?
I mean, we talked about it. I like them.
Yeah, I like them. I think they're interesting. I mean, they keep with kind of the style that Adidas has had for a lot of basketball shoes.
Very futuristic.
Kind of looks like one of the old Kobe's, kind of,
Yes.
that he did not like.
Yes.
Kind of looks like Anthony Edwards' new shoe. So They
Yes.
have this kind of streamlined looking style, I think, where even in other shoes, like you can tell, okay, this is the body, this is the sole. Where on the Adidas shoes, it kind of just all blends into one.
Together, yeah.
I don't think it's bad necessarily. I do kind of like the look of these shoes. I think you can do some cool colorways with it too.
I think so. And it's easy.
Simple. Yeah, it's like
You're gonna go 2 colors. That's it.
two
really.
colors. Yeah.
Or you can go one solid for both, and
Yeah.
a lot of different things you can do with it. It's also the sock liner type of. You can see it hugs your ankle at the top, and then it's also the focus is that circle on the side.
Yeah.
So cool pair.
Harden has been cooking. The Clippers have been cooking.
They're good.
Lakers
right now.
eked out a win over them, so that was good for Lakers fans. Clips though just smacked down the full strength Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, full strength is in KD, Beal, and Book. We're all playing. Which you can see. I don't know who number 2 is, but I think those are the Book ones. So
They are.
his teammates are wearing them.
And we'll bring that up in another episode or maybe on social media. But Book has been coming out with some crazy colorways for his shoes.
The colorways have been cool. I think we've
You saw the metallic purple.
Yeah,
and
those look sick. I think we've been pretty consistent about the shape is a little weird. Like it just seems like not a performance basketball shoe.
There's something about
which
it.
could be a good thing. Maybe if it feels really good and it looks like you can wear it somewhere else. I mean, that can't be a bad thing. Like that's how this got here. So
And it's fit to his foot, so
number 2 is Josh Okogie, by the way, just for my own sanity.
Yeah.
This was January 8th, 2024. Clips won 138 to 111, so put the beat down on them. 19 points for Harden, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 foul on 6 of 8 shooting, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And I think that's the biggest bonus that Harden. I don't even know if he's necessarily changed his game. I think he's just not looking to score as much. But when he is, he's been efficient, man. This has been a pretty efficient year by Harden standards. So he's been shooting very well.
Do you think overall he's doing what the team needs, and do you think he's happy?
That's the thing with him, You never really know.
What do you think? Do you think he is?
I think he's doing what the team needs more than what makes him happy. I mean, I do think he likes distributing and stuff, but he also really likes
Wants the ball.
Give me the ball and let me dance around this dude for 10 seconds and then I'll take a step back 3. He likes that. He can't really do that as well anymore. He can't get to the cup as well, so you don't have to respect that as much and you can guard that step back a little easier. But, I mean, hopefully he realizes, like, you can't just say, I'm unhappy here, I want to leave.
I'm the system.
On every team you're on, and it's not working, dude. Like, when's the last time you made it deep in the playoffs? Like, on the Rockets?
Once.
So, yeah, I think, we'll see. The Clips could be scary. If he continues to buy into the playoffs, that's when it's going to matter.
Exactly what I was just going to say. Because it seems like he is, and if they continue to play like this, they'll be fine. Especially with Russ is the one I feel like is kind of at the short end of it, but he's also, I feel like, just accepted what his role too.
I mean, you got to feel like, at least for me, at this point of your career, it should be about winning a championship.
Yes.
None of these guys have won one except for Kawhi. You gotta try and win one. I mean, that's the point of all this, right? I mean, you have, especially if you're Russ and Harden, you have everything else. You have MVPs, you have All-Stars, like.
That's why the team's put together. You know what I mean?
Go get that championship. It would be interesting. It's gonna be. I mean, the Nuggets, man. So, I just don't know what you do about the Nuggets.
Me and Julian have had conversations like, it comes down to guarding Joker, and good luck, really.
I mean, he's kind of just on another level, and I don't know anyone that can really guard him that well. Maybe Embiid, but I mean, there was a point. So, he's only missed. So he's in his last 5 games. He has only missed 1, 2, 8, 11. He's only missed 12 shots. He's only missed 12 shots, dude.
What?
He's only missed 12 shots.
I think I missed 12 shots last night.
And he even had a game where he kind of just, they were playing Detroit, so that's a walking W.
Yeah.
This is his stat line. So the game surrounding it, the game before and the game prior, he had 29 points and 27 points with 8 assists before and 6 assists after.
Yeah.
Standard Jokic game, maybe even a little worse than what we've become accustomed to with him.
Yeah.
The Detroit game in the middle of those two, he played 25 minutes. He took 3 shots. He made 2. He had 7 rebounds, 16 assists, 5 blocks, 2 turnovers, 4 fouls, and only 4 points. He just was like, oh, I'm just going to pass.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to play.
Like, I don't need to score today. Like,
We're playing Detroit.
the other guys will eat today.
I mean, even though 5 blocks, he really was just like, I'm just going to play differently today. I'm just going to be a defender and a passer, and that's it. Like, the dude is just crazy.
He can pick and choose, and he knows when he can do that.
Yes.
Which is wild.
It's nuts.
Okay, going back to Harden real quick.
Yes.
Would you say the MVP Houston Harden is the best version of Harden we ever saw?
Yes. Yeah, easily.
Has to be, right?
Yeah. I think, you know, he had a tough go. I don't know if he would have made it to the finals, but having to go up against KD and Steph on one team, pretty much no one was safe. You know, it wasn't until everyone got injured and that Kawhi could steal one from them. So, yeah, I think that was the best version. I think you just...
he was unstoppable,
It's like trying
dude.
to play... It's like trying to win a championship when you were playing MJ. That's why Karl Malone doesn't have one. That's why Chuck doesn't have one. Like, you peaked at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I don't know what... Like, there's nothing else you can do about it.
Yep.
Paul George had 25 points and 7 rebounds. KD had 30 points and 7 rebounds.
KD has said, he said recently, I don't want to get traded. I don't think, you know, we built a super team or something like that. He said, I love the grind and he's like, and I love trying to figure it out with these guys. And I'm like, that is very PC of you.
I know. I heard too, I think that there were grumblings of being unhappy in Phoenix. It's just, you know, I saw a clip that someone posted, a low light, if you will, of them trying to run point Beal, which Beal's not a point guard.
No.
Booker's not a point guard. I would rather have Book do it.
But Book's not doing bad as a point guard, though.
Yeah. But Beal, you know, and it's just this weird, you have 3 guys that, I mean, KD can do anything. KD can literally fit into any system and excel and help you win. It does not matter. But you have 3 guys who are really good at isolation basketball. So, like, this clip, Beal brings it up. They're trying to get him to switch. It was this game, I think, actually. They're trying to get...
they run a screen to get a switch on for Beal?
Yeah, so they're trying to get Harden to switch on to Beal because they had, I think, Paul George on him.
So you can... Okay.
So the first screen comes, and it's KD. Kawhi's guarding him. So Kawhi switches on to Beal, and they're like, oh, never mind.
Not
and
that
they
one.
send another one, and then they switch to Harden. But the time it took to do... It was just 2 screens. They were waiting out the clock for some reason. He had to just chuck up a 3 with like 3 seconds left on the clock. Yeah. It was just a bad play. It was just like ugly basketball. So
they're like, let's not run that again.
what was that play called? The Beal special? No more.
It makes. But why would you even go for the screen if you knew Kawhi was the defender? That would be switching. Wouldn't you go originally to right?
Exactly. Pick whoever's guarding Okogie, like you said, or Grayson Allen, whoever's out there. Like, pick one of them. Yeah.
Master of that, of finding the person to get the mismatch, LeBron. That's his game, dude.
Chris Paul, too.
Chris Paul loves it.
Chris Paul, when he was on the Clippers, I would get so frustrated when they would set a screen and then, oh, God, Bynum's guarding Chris Paul.
And then he gets
Powell's guarding Chris Paul, and he just goes to town, pull up midi or, you know, lob. Or it's ugly.
I remember that.
Harden 8s, the Harden Volume 8s will be coming out in February, so pretty soon, for a reported $160 according to Soul Retriever. So, pretty penny.
Pretty
but,
penny.
You know, performance basketball shoe.
Yes,
newest version.
That's
of
the
a big
key
star.
right there. Performance, yes.
But that's it. That's all I got for this one.
Okay, I just wanted to bring up.
Here's a close up. That's not all I got.
Oh. Yeah, they're sick. See, I really like the sock liner, and then you have the rest of the shoots that starts here, right?
This creasing here almost makes this look like a foam, though.
Yeah,
I feel like that could be. We'll see. Not great.
That'll definitely get beat up.
Yeah,
but
that's the name of the game.
But again, it's a nicely made shoe, man. I mean, very simple. Looks like Alec Baldwin from Beetlejuice. His head when he turns into. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
it does look like that,
right? Yeah. The sharp head. Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna bring up though?
Oh no, I just wanted to bring up that since our last episode, there's been some unfortunate injuries. Like
Yes.
Halliburton is out,
I think he'll be okay.
but he's fine.
It's a grade 1 quad strain, I believe,
Yes,
after he did the splits, which looked
and
awful.
and they have to carry him, right?
So they're estimating 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay,
Hopefully not
thank
bad.
God, because I mean, you want to see guys like that play basketball, or you want to see everybody. John Morant out for the season.
Yeah, what a bummer for the Grizzlies, man. I mean,
They waited for him, and then, I mean, the way he plays, man, you know.
I know it's worrisome. You watch him and you're like, I've seen this before, and his name was Derrick Rose.
Yes.
Completely different injury. He tore his
Yes.
shoulder, but you can't help but be like, oh man, a young, small, explosive guard.
Shoulder is a hard injury to come back from. I mean, he's a young guy, but it's an annoying injury.
You never know though. I mean, Memphis has got a good thing going. It's unfortunate. You never want him to get injured, obviously, if you're Memphis. But the only good thing that can come out of this is that if he comes back and he's 100% healthy, they have their own pick this year. Not that I haven't heard anything about the draft being crazy this year, but I mean, a high pick is a high pick.
Yeah.
So that could be good for them.
Yeah. And the last injury I could think of is Chris Paul.
Chris Paul broke his hand,
Broke his hand.
which has happened a lot in his career. So
I mean,
it's unfortunate, and the Warriors are struggling right
yes, they got killed by the Pelicans last night.
now. Demolished by the Pelicans.
Another 140-point game.
Yeah. But yeah, injuries suck. Hopefully that's it. You don't want to, you never, like you said, you never want to see anyone get injured. Luckily, Halliburton is coming back, and then it sucks, but I guess at least the other two guys, their teams weren't doing that well anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, the Grizzlies were doing well. That's the thing. I mean,
As soon as he came back, they kind of flipped the switch.
they were terrible without him, so they were trying to, etch their way back up to the top, but without him, I think we'll chalk this season up to injuries and guns.
Yeah. And then an off-topic one was Tiger Woods
Officially,
severed ties with
yes.
Nike. Nike will eventually be scrapping their whole golf section eventually.
Yeah.
Jason Day, who is also a Nike athlete, got rid of his deal and is now with Malbon Golf, which is an up-and-coming brand of golf. And this is because brands like or Nike is they're a running shoe and basketball shoe company.
It's a bread and butter.
In the running shoe game, they are getting hammered by Brooks, Hoka,
yeah.
Hoka for sure number one, and all these other running shoe brands. They're just getting killed. So they're putting a primary focus back onto running shoes and basketball. So,
Yeah.
it was a good run with Tiger.
Legendary.
Yeah, I mean, another GOAT.
Yeah.
Along with Messi. But it's interesting to see where Tiger will end up, for sure.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
And
who knows?
and me and the guys were saying, like, can you imagine how much Tiger's Nike golf shoes will be now?
Whew.
And all the Nike golf equipment is gonna be
Skyrocket.
insane.
It's gonna skyrocket. His next deal is gonna be insane too, wherever it comes from.
Oh yeah.
I would probably guess. I mean, you know more about golf than me, but I could see an overseas company being like, "Here's $1,000 million bajillion dollars.
Yeah, and stock in the whole company.
You own it.
You want everything?
Take it."
So stay tuned for that.
And stay tuned for next week
Yes.
when we switch it up. We're gonna do instead of sneaks and stats, we're gonna do socks and opinions.
Socks and opinions, and Stance Socks will be our guest.
Sock. Hey guys. Sock puppets.
Socko.
Let's do a sock puppet episode. We'll just hide behind the chairs one day and it'll
I'm
just
Steady Daddy. I'm Sneaker Peter.
stay tuned for that.
We're behind.
If we get to 100 subscribers, we're only 2 away. We'll do
that if you get us to 100. We're very close. Yeah. That's so funny.
But thank you for joining us again, everyone. We will see you next Monday. Keep a lookout for Copper Drop separate episode on Friday. And yeah.
We'll see
Until
you
then.
We'll see you on Monday. You want to get it?
I'll do it. It'll be really good too.